Joining us now from outside the D.C. courthouse, former federal prosecutor Glenn Kirschner, who was inside watching the proceedings. Glenn, tell us what you saw and heard, because we were all struck by Judge Chutkan's no-nonsense handling of the defense arguments, and that they maybe argued too much and went a little too far in arguing for a 2026 trial date.
Yeah, I think Judge Chutkan gave them every opportunity to come back with another proposed trial date that would be more realistic than April 2026, and the defense steadfastly refused to do it. I'll say, Andrea, the prosecutor started with a very straightforward, methodical recitation of how much discovery has already been provided by the prosecutors, and we learned today that discovery is complete. The fifth batch, the final batch, has already been delivered to the defense. The prosecutors talked about how they organized it, how they did keys so that the defense teams would know exactly where to look, how these were searchable records that were provided by the government. And then the lead defense counsel, John Lauro, sort of stood up. He started loud, and he only got louder. Now, he was passionately arguing that he and his team need more time to prepare than the January 2nd proposed trial date from Jack Smith and his team. But the judge had to twice tell him to take the temperature down. That's a quote. And he did, to his credit. But she continued to ask him, Mr. Lauro, please provide me with an alternative, a more realistic proposed trial date. He refused to do it, and I think at the end of the day that inured to his detriment, because at the end she made clear that jury selection in this case will begin on March 4th, 2024. Something else that was really interesting, Andrea, she said, I know that Donald Trump has a March trial date in New York, but I've talked with Judge Merchan and told him that I was contemplating setting a trial date. She didn't say anything more than that, but I thought it was notable that judges now feel free to at least coordinate with one another on possible trial dates, given that Donald Trump's, trial dance card is quite full.
And Ken Dilanian, we've noted that this is, of course, the day before Super Tuesday. It's pretty remarkable. That's the Monday before Super Tuesday, and it's right in the middle of the calendar. She was clear in dispelling that. And you have to also wonder whether, the defense attorney was playing to another audience, an audience of one, by being that aggressive in the courtroom, because he knows his client, perhaps. But in this case, the judge is more important than the client.
Agreed, Andrea. And I think what we're seeing here is sort of the collision between this bombastic approach to the practice of law and the realities of the courtroom, where the rules and the evidence matter. And so, we've been wondering how this is going to work. How does somebody run for president when they're under 4 criminal indictments, when they're going to have to be juggling the scheduling of these trials, where they're going to have to be, in this case, sitting in a courtroom for weeks and weeks? That's starting to dawn now on everyone, I would assume, including the Trump campaign, that this is a reality that they're not going to be able to escape from. Whether this March 4th date holds or whether it's a few weeks from that, it's going to be at some point during the presidential campaign that Donald Trump is going to have to be sitting, and this trial is going to take a while. It's going to take many, many weeks. It's a complicated endeavor, and most of us have no idea what it's like to defend themselves in one white-collar, complex criminal trial, let alone 4. It requires mental energy. It requires attention. And that's what is going to be demanded of Donald Trump and his attorneys, even as he is running for president.